Okay, so good day. So I am Kester, Technical Support of Phil Solar Industries. Ang gagawin ko po ngayon is ipapakita ko po sa inyo kung paano po mag-remote ng inverter ng plants ng clients natin and kung ano yung proper parameter settings, especially kapag wala pang net metering and lalo na kapag meron ding net metering, ano yung mga magbabagong parameter settings sa inverter ni client. So as you can see, dito sa screen natin, meron tayong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, pang 7 including si Goodwe. So makikita natin dito, meron tayong DEA, Solarman for older models. Pangalawa, DEA Cloud, Solax, Foxes, Flux Power, Sunways. So let us start with DEA muna. So for us to remote day, pupunta lang tayo dito sa day, Solarman. Okay. So by the way, itong day na to, ito yung para sa mga day na old models. As you can see, we have Day Cloud here. Itong Day Cloud, although same brand, different model sila. So this is much latest na itong Day Cloud. Ito namang ino-open natin ngayon is older model. Okay? So open lang natin siya. Okay. Okay, currently loading. Yeah. So, for example, si client tumawag and gusto magpa-check ng system niya, ng plant niya. Una natin gagawin for us to assess the situation and yung status ng plant and solar setup ni client, una nating tatanungin is kung ano ang brand ng inverter. Let's say through call. Let's say tumawag si client and sabi niya want niya magpa-check ng setup kasi parang may fault, may codes or alarms. So una natin gagawin is i-check natin kung anong brand ng inverter. Okay? Pwedeng Solox, pwede rin una natin tanungin if hybrid or on-grid, pwede rin Solox, Foxes, Lux Power, or Sunways, or Goodwe. Then from there, mamimili na lang tayo ng portal na isa-select natin para mas madali. So let's say for example, sinabi ni client na okay, day ang inverter ko and it was installed around 3 to 4 years ago. So obviously, old model na siya. And just to make sure, humingi na rin tayo ng picture and yung model ng inverter na nakakabit kila client. Okay? So for example, ang sinabi ni client is, ang inverter niya is day and from the picture na sinend niya, nakita natin na old model. Okay? So kapag nalaman na natin, alam na natin ang gagamitan natin is SolarMan. This is for the older models. After that, after natin makapag-log in sa PhilSolar installer account sa DAE na old model, aalamin natin ngayon kung ano yung plant name. Okay? Para ma-remote natin siya. Kung makikita nyo dito, meron dito 127 Mabini Solar, 31-33 Solar Plant, 4 April Dado. Ayan, Ana Baldres, Arimado, Aquayash. Ito yung tinatawag na plant name. And sa monitoring app ni client, makikita yun doon sa upper left kapag nag-login sila sa SolarMan Smart nila na app. Okay. So, let us say for example, gusto ni client pa-check. And then, nalaman na natin yung brand ng inverter. Now, andito na tayo sa portal, sa system. Ang next natin hihingin is ang plant name. So, for example, once nakuha natin yung plant name, let's say for example, sinabi ni client, ang plant name ko is ito, Bahay ni Riri. Ito nakikita nyo, merong capacity of 16.15 kilowatt. Ito siya. Okay? So for example, pagka tinype natin, pag unang search natin, bahay ni Riri. Bahay. Or pwedeng one word lang for the keyword. Ayan, lalabas na yun siya. After that, okay, select na lang natin siya. Okay. So dito na natin makikita lahat ng need natin makita. Okay? So makikita natin dito Ito yung power flow, right? We have the solar, we have the battery, ang home load, and since kulang ang supply ni solar para sa load ng bahay, tutulong talaga si grid ng kaunti. Okay? So, for us to remote yung plant nila client, we always have to make sure na dapat online ito. Kasi kung hindi ito online, offline siya, hindi natin siya ma-remote. Unless, before remoting it, through call, i-guide natin si client sa step-by-step sa reconnection ng Wi-Fi para sa Wi-Fi dongle ni inverter on the way to the client's 2.4G router sa bahay nila. Okay? So may kita dito na rin yung solar production, yung statistics. As you can see, ayan yung distribution bell niya. Okay? So, para ma-remote natin to siya, if want talaga ni client na ipacheck kung tama ba ang parameter settings, punta lang tayo dito sa devices. That's number one. Right? Okay. Pag napindutin natin yung devices, may dalawang papakita sa atin dito. We have the logger or what we call Wi-Fi dongle. And we also have the inverter. Okay. So para ma-remote natin to siya, after selecting inverter, pindutin nyo lang. And then, merong lalabas dito na device control. And by the way, andito lahat ng basic information. Ayan, andito yung serial number, rated power, yung mga important, yung inverter type, ayan. Ayan siya. So power grid, read niya rin yung battery. Ayan, goes with the BMS. Right. So, after selecting inverter, dito na tayo ngayon sa device control. Okay? Ayan. Kapag ka napindot nyo na yung device control, andito na tayo ngayon sa batch command. Mayroong magpapakita ang few parameter settings wherein categorized siya. First is for the battery settings, itong tatlong nakikita nyo. System work mode, para to sa general settings, and as well as sa grid settings. Okay. So, for the battery setting page 1, makikita natin dito, merong battery type, battery capacity, battery MTV, battery resistance, and battery charge efficiency. So makikita nyo, wala pa siyang value and such. And para may magpakita na value dyan, kailangan nyo muna siyang i-read. Okay? Okay, after reading, wait for a few seconds. Ayan. So, ayan, makikita nyo dito, merong selection, battery voltage mode, battery percentage mode, and BMS lithium battery. And andito rin yung battery capacity. I-input lang natin kung ilang ampere hour yung battery, yung capacity ng battery na paired sa inverter na kinabit natin. Okay, ito naman default na itong battery empty volts, itong battery resistance, and battery charge efficiency. By the way, we will select battery voltage mode kapag ang battery natin is walang BMS. So basically, ito yung mga batteries such as blue carbon or mga lead acid batteries. Since ang pagbabasihan lang ng adaptation ni inverter sa battery is voltage lang. Walang battery management system. Okay? Same with the battery percentage mode. The only difference is ang magpapakita sa screen mo is hindi voltage pero yung actual percentage based sa conversion ng voltage to state of charge. Ito naman, kapag sinelect na natin itong BMS lithium battery, automatic self-adaptation ito sa BMS ng battery. Automatic reading agad yon. No battery kung wala kang battery. Okay? So, after reading, set natin siya. Ayan. So, after with our battery setting page 1, battery setting 2 naman tayo. Ayan. Ayan. So, kung makikita niyo po dito sa battery setting page 2, merong nagpapakitang max ampere charge, max ampere discharge, and a few icons. Itong battery shutdown, battery restart, battery low, activate battery, lithium mode, and disable float charge. So, ang rule of thumb ko, kapag setting max ampere charge and max ampere discharge, I always set 50% ng capacity ng battery. So for example, as we can see, ang battery setting natin, ang battery capacity is 200 ampere hour. Of course, ang 50%, ang max ampere charge and max ampere discharge ko dito is 100 and 100. This is for safety and life health purposes ng battery. Okay? And of course, do not forget to enable yung activation ng battery. Kasi kahit anong parameter settings mo dyan, especially sa battery setting 1, kung naka-deactivate, kung naka-disable ang battery mo, ang command na ibibigay sa inverter niyan is wala kang battery. So always enable this. Lithium mode, automatic itong magzi-zero kapag ka sinet natin yung BMS. There's no need to select battery model, battery type, or whatsoever. Automatic yan siya mag-zero. Okay? And for the battery setting 3 naman, yan. Ayan. Kung makikita niyo sa battery setting page 3, meron yan disable, sa generator charge, disable, grid signal enable, generator signal disable, and generator force disable. So makikita nyo, sa grid charge, naka-disable siya of course, kasi ayaw naman natin na mag-charge si battery from the grid sa Meralco. Of course, ayaw natin yan. Generator charge, wala naman tayong generator most of the time, 99% of the time. And mas lalong ayaw din natin na mag-charge si battery using generator. Okay? And for the grid signal, in-enable ko lang ito siya for the synchronization ng grid sa city sensor. Okay? Lalo kung meron kang magnetic rings or what. Pero okay lang din naman siya i-disable, pero mas in-enable ko na rin din siya para ma-detect if tatlong sources pa ba ang meron or dalawa na lang. Kasi in hybrid setup, we have grid, battery, and solar. Okay? So for the generator signal, disable, and generator, disable lang din yan. Okay? For the system work mode, okay. So after po netong battery settings, dito na tayo sa system work mode. Okay? So kung makikita po natin dito sa system work mode, merong mga nagpapakita na system kung anong selection pipiliin natin. We have the system work mode, the solar cell, load first, energy pattern, zero export power, max cell power, and max solar power. So let us start here sa system work mode. So as you can see, there's three selections. There's selling first, zero export to load, and zero export to CT. So since meron tayong CT sensor na kasama sa package ng inverter natin, we always have to choose and select ito zero export to CT. Okay, para meron tayong mga reading na makuha sa CT sensor sa limiter natin and para mag-reflect din siya sa monitoring app natin. Selling first, kapag gusto po natin lahat ng benta ay lahat ng harvest solar, isibenta po natin sa grid. Zero export to load naman po kapag po gusto natin na wala pong mapunta sa load. Right? So basically, ang magiging ano lang natin dito is si battery. Ito naman pong solar cell, in this case, si client kasi, after reading this, naka-enable na siya. Meron na siyang net metering. Okay, sa setup niya. That is why naka-enable siya. Pero for the clients na bago pa lang makabitan and for sure wala pa ang net metering, dapat disable natin ito para maiwasan ang pagbenta sa grid. Okay? And for the energy pattern, as you can see, meron tayong battery first and load first. Okay? For the energy pattern, meron tayong battery first and load first. So, my rule of thumb always is load first talaga. So, basically, ang pattern lang naman nangyayari dito is uunahin ni solar si load and yung sobra po is ibibigay sa battery. Okay? Pero kung for example, may mga cases ako ng mga client ko lalo kapag maulan, since hindi enough ang harvest ni solar, hindi talaga na full charge si battery. Ang pinapagawa nila sa akin, nagpapa-battery first sila. So, ang nangyayari, ang supply ni solar, si battery muna before mag-supply sa load. Okay? Ito namang maximum power, ito naman yung masiset natin kung ilan yung want natin na pwedeng ibenta sa Meralco, sa grid. So, kung makikita nyo dito, nakaset is 6 kilowatt, although pwede siya mag-range from 500 watts to pwede siya mag-range from 500 watts to 12 kilowatt. Ito namang max solar power, ito naman yung kung ilang kilowatt yung kinabit mo sa bahay ni client. So for example, nagkabit tayo ng 6.5 kilowatt, ang iset natin dito, 6,500 watts. Okay? So set lang natin siya just in case may nagalaw tayo. Ayan. Okay, naset na siya. Set successfully. Dito tayo sa system work mode 2. Ayan. Kung makikita yung system work mode 2, ito naman po yung time of use. Basically, itong whole page 2 is committed sa time of use ni battery. So as you can see here, meron siyang time, grid charge generator, start time, end time power, and battery. So kung makikita po natin dito mga sir, itong time, ito yung meron tayong 6 time plots. Okay? So, let us start here. Kung makikita niyo po yung grid charging generator, lahat yan naka-off. Kasi ayaw naman natin na mag-charge si battery using grid or any generator. Okay? So kung makikita po natin dito, so on our first time plot, meron tayong 1 a.m. to 5. Okay? Meron tayong 20. But para mas maintindihan natin siya ng maayos, let us start here sa time 2. So makikita ninyo, itong 5 a.m., ito yung start time niya, ang end niya is up to 9 p.m. And ang power niya is up to 6 kilowatt. The reason why 100% itong na nakalagay dito is because want natin na hindi mag-discarga si battery. Dapat mag-fully charge si battery at this time. No. Hindi siya dapat mag-fully charge, but dapat start na siya mag-charge. Okay? On the third plot, meron itong 9 a.m. up to 1 p.m. Kung makikita nyo, 100 pa rin siya. Okay? It is because we want the battery to continue charging from the solar. Kasi ang goal talaga ng battery is para maging 100%. Okay? And for the fourth time plot, meron tayong 1 to 5 p.m. Okay? Kung makikita nyo, 100% pa rin siya. Okay? Kasi ito naman talaga ang goal ng battery. Okay? Now, for the 5 p.m. to 9, dito na napansin nyo, nagbago yung limiting of discharge. Up to 60% na siya. Now, the reason why is, para maintindihan siya ng maayos, itong nakikita natin ditong 3 time plots, dapat stable na 100% si battery dito no matter what. Dapat starting from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m., hindi siya magdidiskarga. Yun yung reason why kung ba't 100% siya. Now, for the fifth time plot, 5 to 9, the reason why 60% yan siya, ibig sabihin, pagka nakita ni inverter na 5 p.m. na, start siya magdi-discharge ng mag-start siya magdi-discharge up to 60%. Okay? Yung time plot na yun is in a span of 4 hours. Kung makikita nyo, 5 to 9, kahit hindi pa 9 p.m., kahit sabihin natin 8:30 p.m. pa lang, pero na-meet yung 60%, titigil na si battery. Automatic papasok si Meralco. Okay? Now, kapag katapos na ang 9 p.m., na-detect na ni inverter na 9 p.m. na, mag-start ulit mag-discharge si battery up to 30% and hanggang 1 a.m. Okay? So, ayun lang naman siya, 30%. Now, after 1 a.m., ayan naman, for the time plot, makikita nyo, hanggang 1 to 5 p.m., magdidiskarga lang siya ng 10%. So, pa-minus lang ng pa-minus, pabawas lang ng pabawas. And kung makikita natin, itong format ko, although you can change it kung paano, kung saan mas convenient sa inyo, Pero ganito talaga ang format ko. Ganito talaga kasi from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. may harvest sa solar and ayokong mabawasan si battery during daytime kasi gusto ko na pure battery lang the whole night. Okay? So hopefully na-understand nyo siya. And for the grid settings naman, para ma-unlock natin yan siya, ang password lang is 47. Okay? Ayan. Usually naman, ako wala na akong binabago sa settings ng DAE. Ayan siya. Okay, kung makikita nyo. Ang binabago ko na lang, lalo na kapag may net metering na si client, is itong grid reconnection time. The rest to me are all default na, pero ayun nga, kapag may net metering na, ang magbabago lang talaga is itong grid reconnection time. Kasi usually in default inverters, kapag wala pang net metering, 60 seconds lang ito. Basically 1 minute. Pero ang requirement kasi ni Meralco, kapag meron na siyang net metering, dapat 10 minutes na. So kung makikita nyo dito, ang sagad niya is up to 600 seconds. So ang yun lang naman na magbabago kapag net metering na, i-enable mo lang ito para magbenta siya and enable mo itong Maxwell power, then itong grid reconnection time dapat naka 600 seconds. So after reading this, set natin siya. Okay? So, ayan, for this, wala naman ako usually mga binabago dyan since it's all default. Okay? Ayan. Yan lang naman siya out of all. So, hopefully, naiintindihan nyo kung paano mag-remote for older models ng DAE inverter. Just make sure na, yun nga, number one, uunahin natin, alamin kung anong brand ng inverter. Kapag DAE, tas old model, dito tayo pupunta sa SolarMan. Pangalawa, kuhain natin yung plant name ni client. And third, make sure na online ang Wi-Fi dongle nila client na connected sa 2.4G router nila para ma-remote natin. Okay? So that is all for the day cloud old model.